The IVIG for me is, it's actually a lifeline to having a life. I got to the hospital, and at that point, I was pretty much, from my neck down, paralyzed. I was just scared to death. I didn't know what to do. Wasn't anything I could do. And they did 2 spinal taps on me. They did a lot of blood draws. Dr. Schaefer came in and said, CIDP. And I said, what's that? And he said, it's chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. He told me it's an extremely rare disease. There's like 1 in 100,000 people gets CIDP.
What's fortunate is to have a doctor who could pinpoint it right away and give a diagnosis, because it can take years to be diagnosed, even once you've had symptoms.
Coming back home with recovery was very rough. It was hard on my wife. It was probably harder on her than it was on me. I had to learn how to walk again. I really did. I mean, I had to learn how to walk. My car sat in the garage for a year without being started, just sat there. And that really bothered me. I wanted to drive, and I wanted to drive that car.
He worked hard in physical therapy and worked hard when he was home with physical therapists and gets himself out of the wheelchair. And things just progressed because he was getting his infusions and getting stronger.
I used to be in infusions for 4 to 4.5 hours, and they switched me to the Panzyga product. And now I'm only in the office for about 2 to 2.5 hours. When I switched to Panzyga, I also stopped with the Benadryl, and I didn't need that or the Tylenol. I just didn't need it. I felt I was more energetic. The IVIG for me is, it's actually a lifeline to having a life. Silverleaf Vineyard and Winery was a business that we built and owned up in Michigan.
I would say Mark has huge vision, and then I just go along with it.
I kind of knew what to do, and I did. This is the inside of our tasting room. I built all these cabinets right here to house our wine. I did all the design for all the labels. Every bottle of wine we made, I did the labels for. And we didn't fail. The first time I made wine was 500 gallons of Pinot Noir. When we were in Michigan, I started losing feeling in my legs.
Mark would say, do you feel yourself when you are touching your leg? You know, and I go, well, yeah, of course. And he goes, well, he didn't really. And I didn't really put anything into that at all way back when he was even saying anything like that, because he was still doing everything. But when you read about CIDP, it all fit for Mark's symptoms. Physically, that's all going on with him. But emotionally, you were at the top of your irritability. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, let it out. Honestly, the way I feel about it, I let go of who I was and this control person that I was, and I let other people help me and take care of me. When I did that and opened myself to be vulnerable, I gained more friends. And my relationship improved with my wife. My passion is creativity. Anything that's creative, I like being involved with. I got an easel for a gift from my wife and decided that I was going to do some painting. And I started with acrylic, and I'm doing more of that now, and I really like it. I love it, actually. So a couple years ago, maybe going on 3 now, I started working for a little church that's nearby, doing graphic work for them. Now I'm doing about 35, 40 slides every Sunday. I get so many compliments that come back to the AV area and to compliment me. What I'm looking forward to is I want to be able to walk totally unassisted. No cane, no wheelchair. I want my life back. So with the Panzyga drug and working with physical therapists, I've been able to regain a lot of my strength. I'm able to drive my car now. I did switch from a 6-speed to an automatic, but I love my car and I'm able to drive. We're able to take driving trips, which has been great. My wife and myself, we were able to travel the world.